Israel today could be facing its deadliest threat ever from a nuclear Iran. President Obama says his deal will prevent Iran from building nuclear weapons. But Israeli Prime Minister Beniamin Netanyahu says the deal could guarantee that Iran gets the bomb. Israel is lobbying against the deal, while the Obama administration is pushing in favor of it, as Congress begins its 60-day period to review the agreement. Most Americans who are familiar with the Iranian nuclear deal are against it. 48% disapprove, while 38% approve, according to a new poll from the Pew Research Center. The poll comes as Defense Secretary Ashton Carter visited Israel to talk with Israeli leaders about the new nuclear agreement with Iran. Israel continues to warn it's a danger, and not just to Israel. After Israeli Prime Minister Beniamin Netanyahu met with U.S. Defense Secretary Ashton Carter, he still called it a bad deal.
Yet today we are told that the whole world supports this bad deal. Well, that's just not true. Israel and many Arab states oppose this deal. And in any case, sometimes the entire world can be wrong.
As the debate over the agreement shifts to Capitol Hill, Israeli officials are calling attention to the danger that Iran poses, not just to Israel, but to the United States.
When we're speaking about Iran, we are dealing with a country whose leadership calls for death to America. It's not as though that Israel is taking action because it alone is in the crosshairs of the Iranians, or of the Iranian military. The United States is in the crosshairs of the Iranian military.
Director General of Israel's Foreign Ministry, Dori Gold, told reporters Iran not only shouts death to America, but also operates inside the United States.
America is targeted by Iran. Hezbollah today, which is, let's be clear about it, Hezbollah is an extension of the Iranian security apparatus. It has networks in Europe and in the United States. And we say that both the Revolutionary Guards and Hezbollah are operating in 30 countries, according to our best information.
Despite the worldwide influence of Hezbollah and Iran's Revolutionary Guard, the agreement gives a long list, 70 pages worth of Iranian companies, entities, and individuals freedom from sanctions. That will represent a windfall for Iran's economy. And critics warn that Iran can use some of that money to fund terrorist activities around the world. The UN Security Council voted unanimously to adopt the deal. It will lift UN sanctions off of Iran in exchange for curbing its nuclear program. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Ron Prosser, spoke out against the vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you have awarded a great prize to the most dangerous country in the world. For the first time anyone can remember, Israel and the Arab world see eye to eye. This deal is dangerous for the region, for the people of the region, Jews, Muslims, and Christians alike, and for the entire world.
The deal gives Iran up to $150 billion in sanctions relief, and new business could add $500 to $700 billion to the Iranian economy in the next decade. Critics say Iran could use some of that money to support terrorism. Both Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill criticized the Obama administration for going to the UN before taking it to Congress. After the deal, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei vowed Iran's policy toward what he called the arrogant United States would not change, and pledged to support its jihadist allies in the region. In the meantime, as one more sign of growing tensions in the region, 47% of Israelis would support a unilateral strike against Iran's nuclear program.